Is that, are we doing news? Or are we going to green screen?
Kat and Ralph are opening here.
Ah.
Words are so...
Bro, my pants is the biz. It's what it is. Pants that make her dance. Pants that make her dance. What? Gee whiz. Words are so easy to see. Today's a jam session with a whole lot of entertainment link with it. Roger You've got to show me love.
Day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
It's just gone 7 o'clock on this Friday morning. Welcome to it. Your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso Morning Show, is live, large and in charge. And welcome to it, the start of the weekend. We are surely in it.
Oh, yes.
Are we not, sir? Do you not feel in it?
I'm feeling it with beautiful pants like this, Kat. I cannot feel more into the weekend. You are in full sin, my friend. Look at this, man. Oh.
It's my pants that say, it's got to the weekend. It's got to the weekend. Having way too much fun.
Social media is going to go crazy. Everyone's going to want to feel those, man. Indeed.
Well, listen, we're going to have a jam-packed show today with a whole lot of entertainment. We're going to be linking up with the Roger Good team live on 5FM today. So if you're heading to work this morning, do catch our joint interview after 8 o'clock. We'll be linking up with them on the radio waves as well.
That's going to be fun. And of course, we've got some fun fitness. It's a dance routine just to get you amped up for the weekend.
Hey.
Obviously, Kat is already into the feels, and we're going to send you all into the weekend with some dance fun, Kat.
I mean, last time I danced with you was an adventure, to say the least.
Suspicious, but I'm 2.0 today. And
Are you 2.0?
Yeah,
What are some of the moves we're rocking today?
We're going some 60s funk, baby.
So we're here,
Yeah.
we're here, and then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop testing me. Wait for the
Where are you at? You know where to move the couches already, and you know what you need to do. Let's go. It's Friday, baby.
Friday, indeed.
Bring it on.
Listen, the Giers in studio today can actually just feel that it is a Friday. Everyone's ready for the weekend. But of course, you get to start off with your feel-good breakfast, Steve, everybody.
That's what, you know where it all comes from. I mean, it's definitely got to be from Kat's pants. Let's be honest, they have brought all of the energy into this atmosphere. We're going international with it, but thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us. Let's get our first post, our first update on social media going. We want to find out this morning.
Absolutely. We actually wanted to end of the week, we're giving you the chance to tell us what you'd like to see more of on Expresso Show. Let us know. And, you know, who knows? We might make it happen. Maybe you want to see more of Kat's pants.
Yes. Maybe a pair for each one of us.
Yeah,
Okay.
or that. Maybe see Ryle without his T-shirt more, because, I mean, we just need to see a bit of more summer. Like,
Yes,
listen.
or me with my T-shirt off. I mean, those requests used to be very common last year, and you've stopped since. But if you want to bring that back, we can make it happen. I mean, you know, I aim to please.
Wow, you know what we can make happen, though? Those news headlines with Kat.
Well, this has gone 2 minutes past the hour. Let's take a look at those national headlines on this Friday morning. Cabinet has announced that it will seek leave to appeal the judgment of the High Court in Pretoria on lockdown regulations. Minister in the Presidency, Jackson Mthembu, told the media in Pretoria yesterday afternoon that the Cabinet believes that it has followed all the right steps in its approach to COVID-19. On Tuesday, the High Court in Pretoria ruled that alert levels 3 and 4 lockdown regulations were unconstitutional and invalid. Mthembu also said that the Cabinet is extending the current national state of disaster by a further month until the 15th of July. Meanwhile, Johannesburg Mayor Jeff Makubo has pleaded with the city's residents to continue adhering to lockdown regulations to prevent further COVID-19 infections. Addressing the media at the Pan-Africa Mall taxi rank in Alexandra, he said he was impressed how the rank and taxis were disinfected and deep cleaned, as well as passengers regularly screened before boarding. So far, there have been 2,175 positive COVID-19 cases in Johannesburg, with 15 deaths. Countrywide, there were 40,792 positive cases identified yesterday and 848 deaths. On the international news front this morning, tens of thousands of demonstrators in Hong Kong yesterday defied a ban to stage a mass vigil for the victims of the 1989 Tiananmen Square crackdown in Beijing. Officers erected barricades around the city's Victoria Park, but some pro-democracy protesters knocked them down and held candlelit gatherings. Earlier, lawmakers approved a controversial bill making it a crime to insult China's national anthem. The latest events come as the Chinese government is drawing up a new security law for Hong Kong, a move that threatens to raise tensions even further. In other news, Libya's UN-backed government of national accord has regained full control of Tripoli after recapturing the capital's airport. General Khalifa Haftar's forces have been besieging the city since April of 2019. But intensified military support from Turkey helped government forces drive Haftar's Russian-backed troops back from the front lines. A new diplomatic effort is now underway to try to restart talks on a lasting ceasefire in the oil-rich nation. The recapture of the international airport in Tripoli is the strongest symbolic victory for the Libyan government so far. And now news of a Washington Good Samaritan. 44-year-old All-American Rahul Dubey from Washington, D.C. has been widely praised after he took into his home more than 70 demonstrators who were being pursued by police officers with pepper spray. The demonstrators were protesting the death of George Floyd, the African-American man who died in police custody last week. Dubey, who works in healthcare, says the moment he heard the flash bang and the thudding of shields, he swung open the door of his home. A tsunami of demonstrators came barreling through his front door seeking shelter, he said. The first hour and a half was pure mayhem, but people eventually began to calm down. He gave them ice cream and sandwiches and later ordered pizza. Throughout the night, the police made several attempts to get inside, including sending fake protesters to the door to try to gain access. Social media shows Rahul the next morning being cheered on by protesters and onlookers alike. The Good Samaritan, reflecting on the diversity of the people seeking shelter, told reporters, quote, "It was amazing. It was America." And now taking a quick glimpse into the world of entertainment, American actress Lauren London recently reflected on the many ways gun violence has impacted her life in a new episode of Red Table Talk, hosted by actress Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, this was particularly poignant as London famously lost her husband, Nipsey Hussle, an American rapper and entrepreneur and philanthropist who had done tremendous work uplifting and developing his underprivileged community when he was gunned down outside his store in March of 2019. She spoke about how lots of boys were in gangs when she was growing up and how she always had to be aware where the exit was whenever she went to social gatherings. She shared that she's teaching her two sons about staying safe from violence and focusing on protecting them from being black men in America. Well, on that note, that's the news at 7 o'clock. We'll have another bulletin for you at 8 o'clock. Right now, let's take a first look at your weather on this Friday.
Thank you so much, Kat. We've asked you, of course, to send through your sunrise pictures and videos on this Friday. One of them coming through from Wendy Canterbury, wishing us a happy Friday with the sunrise video, showing us the windy conditions in the beachside suburb of Muizenberg in the mother city. Now, Muizenberg can expect hazy sunshine today with a few clouds moving in, but it won't be as warm with a maximum temperature of 19 degrees. Now, Wendy says what she loves most about Muizenberg is that you have the beach on the one side and the mountains on the other side. She calls it the best lockdown views when going for a walk. Now, one of our favorite sunrise photographers, Louise G. Sherry, sent through this sunrise video from Amanzimtoti in KwaZulu-Natal. She calls this her happy place, which brings her so much peace, and we can totally see why. Now, the coastal town of Amanzimtoti can expect sunshine today, mixing with some clouds, and will reach a high of 24 degrees. Thank you to both Wendy and Louise for sending through your videos. We hope you'll have an awesome start to this Friday and to the weekend. Now, with the rainy season something of the past, the integrated Vaal River system took a knock this week with dam levels dipping ahead of the dry winter months. Now, the level of the Vaal Dam has dipped 1% and now measures 48.9%, which is a far cry from the 70.8% recorded during the same week last year. The Department of Water and Sanitation has stressed the importance of communities heeding the call to practice good hygiene in our current situation, but to still take care to use water wisely and sparingly. Remember, winter is here, which means little rain in the upcoming months upcountry. Now, it will be another fine day across the country, starting off with Polokwane, sunshine with a few clouds for you with a low of 5, peaking at 20 degrees. And then partly sunny conditions for you in Mbombela, ranging from 9 9 to 22 degrees. Pretoria 6, 21, and then a light southwesterly breeze of 7 kilometers per hour expected for you, Johannesburg, with a minimum temperature of 2 and a maximum of 20. Mahikeng 5, 22, and then plenty of sunshine can be seen in Klerksdorp today with a low of 1 and a high of 22. Kimberley 4, 22, and then some sun with patchy clouds for you, Bloemfontein, ranging from a -1 to 22 degrees. Mostly sunny conditions can also be found in Richards Bay today with a minimum temperature of 14, reaching a peak of 25. For you, Pietermaritzburg, it's 7, 22, and then sunshine mixing with some clouds for South Africa's playground at Durban today with a minimum temperature of 16, peaking at 24. Mthatha 4, 26, and then partly sunny and breezy conditions with a moderate northeasterly breeze of 22 kilometers per hour can be expected for East London with a minimum temperature of 13 and a high of 25. Cradock 2, 24, and then a gentle northeasterly breeze of 15 kilometers per hour expected for Port Elizabeth with a low of 12 and a high of 26. Sunny to partly cloudy conditions also expected for George today, ranging from 11 to 27. Sutherland 4, 19, and then hazy sunshine expected for the mother city Cape Town today with a minimum temperature of 10, peaking at 20. Mostly cloudy conditions can also be expected for Worcester, ranging from 7 to 26, and then last but not least Uppington with a low of 9, peaking on at 27. But of course, whatever the weather, wherever you find yourself, happy Vrydag to all of you.
Pharmadynamics, effective, affordable healthcare.
Hey, it is Youth Month in South Africa, the month of June, and because we're celebrating all things youth, we now turn our attention in seeking words of inspiration on this Friday morning to a leader who's considered as the father of our nation, Ntate Nelson Mandela, and his concerted investment into the prosperity, the safety and well-being of children was a priority in the nation's agenda, and it was a point of pride. And one of the points of pride of his legacy was the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, which works to give a voice and dignity to the African child by building a rights-based movement. And he once had these words to say.
He says, "Our children are our greatest treasure. They are our future, and those who abuse them tear at the fabric of our society and weaken our nation." Now, Kat, not only our children are our future, but they are also our present, and the work we put in with them in the present will stand us in good stead now and in years to come.
I'll take those words into your Friday.
Next time on Tropical Island of Treasure Curacao, the final 2 teams race to claim the grand prize of 1 million rand. The massive gap that Team Cool Red had amassed has been broken down. Decision?
We are here and we're coming for it.
Still anyone's game.
I'm starting to panic.
My brain is fried. How badly do you want this? Plus, all the contestants look back at the adventure of a lifetime. That's Saturday at 8 p.m. only on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Happy birthday.
To you. Welcome back, everybody, to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday. I don't know if you can feel it. There's just a different energy in the studio. I think it's your pants. But listen, it's also the time of the day where we get to wish you, our loyal and love viewers, a very happy birthday. And guess what? If it is your birthday today, you share it with Mark Wahlberg, who turns 49 years old today. Now, Mark Wahlberg is, of course, an actor, producer, and also the owner of Wahlburgers fast food restaurant in the US and Canada. He was one of the very few to successfully make the transition from music to acting, and now has a net worth of, let this just sink in, $300 million, just like that, just out there. Listen, I know you're tuning in right now. Happy birthday to you, Mark Wahlberg.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for the memories. All right, we got some beautiful birthday messages also coming in. First up to Katleho Chabangu, who celebrates a 32nd birthday. Take a look at this.
Katleho Chabangu. I'm from Bakersford in a township called Praktisier. I would like to wish myself a beautiful 32nd birthday. I'm a Gemini, dual T. Being raised by a single mother, being the last born at home, I'd say my mom played a very crucial, important role in our lives. I'm so excited. Thank you very much. Cheers, bye.
Yeah, 32. Welcome to it, Katleho Bitso. And I love the fact that Katleho took the opportunity to wish herself a happy birthday. You know what? Do it just in case. Wish yourself, and then the more the merrier. Happy birthday
Be
to you.
your own high person. But of course, we're going on to the next one. This message reads as follows. I wish my beautiful daughter, Danae, a happy 6th birthday. May you keep receiving all the great things that life gives you. And this comes love from Danielle.
Beautiful. Happy birthday to one of the strongest women I know, my dearest aunt and granddaughter, Colleen Williams. May you have a blessed day, and may the good Lord above spare you to see many more years. Isabel and I love you so much, and love you always, Robin.
Love it. And then I wish my granddaughter, Mikle, a happy 3rd birthday. May God bless you, more sunshine. We love you so much, Nunu Berry from Mesa.
To Annalita, may you receive God's richest blessings on this special birthday. It is a very magnificent milestone to achieve in life through the grace of God. May the blessing of God enrich your life with much strength, good health, peace, and happiness. We love you sincerely. This is from the Lowe family of Gordons Bay.
Oh, and then birthday wishes coming through and goes out to our son, Bentley Hudsonberg. May you enjoy your birthday. This comes from your mom, Joan, dad, Sally, and all your friends, Clarky, Monique, Vaughan, Owen, and Rusty, just for you.
Wishing Travis Watson a happy 20th birthday. May God guide and protect you always. Love you from your sisters, Celise, and family as well.
Absolutely. And of course, if you would like to send your loved one a birthday message or a video, then send those through to 071 640 6551, or better yet, email us your wishes to birthdays@cordova.tv. But if it is your birthday today, happy birthday.
Oh yes, happy birthday indeed if it is your birthday today. We celebrate you all day long. And now Fridays are great for a number of reasons. I mean, besides the fact that you get to dress up sometimes and, you know, look forward to catching up on some series or catching up with people if it wasn't locked down. There's recipes to take in on a Friday. There isn't a better day in the week, really, to take in a recipe, to receive a recipe, really, Clem. Is there?
Never.
Because Fridays are better for recipes because you've got the whole weekend to experiment and to also treat those you live with, right?
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. There are so many people, obviously, without food on the table at the moment. We know that, and that's sad, who are walking around hungry in this bitterly cold weather. And Woolies, they've made a plan to help and are distributing food care packs and to families in need. Each bag that they are working with here is filled with a balance of protein, fresh fruit, vegetables, and other staples, as well as hygiene products to help curb the spread of COVID-19. And we can all help. We really can all help. For as little as 10 Rand, you can provide one person with 3 meals for a day. Donating is easy. It's on your phone. You can go into the Snap Scan app and then, of course, scan the QR code that's on your screen right now. Just scan the code with the SnapScan app, of course, or your banking app on your mobile phone and donate today. How much you want to give is totally up to you, but any donation will help make a big difference. Remember to encourage your family, your friends, your neighbors, your cousins, your colleagues, chat groups, everybody at church, everyone must try and do something here, and we can all help feed those who do need it the most during this time. Now, if you've always wanted to learn how to make the ultimate, crispiest fried chicken, oh, you're at the right place at the right time, on the right day of the week, a Friday, perfect for any recipe. Chef Clem is showing us a step-by-step method of how to prepare crispy and juicy fried chicken. Crispy and juicy, you don't get that combination a lot, eh? That'll take your taste buds on a delicious taste trip. In fact, I always say it'll get your taste buds vibrating.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? This looks so good. I'm surprised
I
that...
like how you...
Yeah, I'm like, I've been here, what, 3 minutes, and I haven't chomped a single piece.
No.
I don't know how.
No. Okay,
but let's get into
Let's talk about this. So last Friday, I showed you how to break down a chicken into different portions and how to brine it.
Yeah.
So the trick to the most amazing fried chicken is using brined chicken.
Okay.
All right, so I've got my brined chicken over here. Tell me, are you leg, thigh, breast, wing?
Any piece
Any
goes.
piece?
And that's me when it comes to chicken.
Right,
But a drumstick is always good. It's just they're small. So the bigger the piece, the better, generally. But a drumstick is nice just for the aesthetic and the feel, the energy that you get from a drumstick.
Okay. No, I think my favorite has to be the thigh. Again, it's just like you. It's the darker meat, like the drumstick is, and it's just so juicy.
Yeah.
And you can overcook it, but it's more forgiving. The thigh. And always juicy. And kind of like just the crunch, the juiciness.
But also because it's bigger, you indulge for much longer. Much longer. You're sitting there with that
But
piece.
you should never rush fried chicken. You know, it's almost like, again, I've got this association with chicken. It's almost like Sunday after church, because like the whole family used to go to church, all the cousins used to stay home, and then when the moms come back, the dads come back, fried chicken would always be on the Sunday table.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, like when you're doing it, you got to make sure you're doing it right.
Yeah, I always associate it with a certain outlet where you drive through, and I always order it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
okay.
Because I don't know how to make it myself. But
Okay,
after
that's
today,
why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Okay, so in here I've got salt, pepper, and I've got some paprika. Then I'm using this guy, onion powder. I spoke about it. You need to have this in your house.
What is it?
Onion powder.
Okay.
It's got instant onion flavor.
Okay.
It's insane. It's delicious. So it's gonna give your fried chicken an amazing savory taste. Just give it a good shake.
Nice, okay.
Get that in there. That's actually the
lot,
amount that I
but
wanted.
it's good.
Yeah. My next tip is to actually use a hot sauce. So in here you've got garlic, you've got all your spices, you've got everything already concentrated in the bottle.
Yeah.
So this is gonna go on there. Your chicken's already tender. This is just gonna help it become even more tender.
And the nice thing is you can choose the flavor.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
I mean, not the flavor, but the strength of
if
peri-peri that you're looking for. Whether you're looking for medium, mild, or really, really hot.
Do you just want a barbecue flavor?
Exactly. So you
Just
can
what
choose
you want.
whatever flavor you're looking for. Perfect.
Yes. Now, normally people use buttermilk when they do fried chicken. The reason for that is the buttermilk tenderizes the chicken.
Okay.
And it acts as a glue to help the flour stick to it.
Okay.
We've already tenderized our chicken in the brine.
Yes.
So I've got a little bit of milk. And the thing about milk is when you dip it in the flour and you fry it, it goes crispy.
Oh, wow.
So this is going to be our like glue that's going to help the flour stick to...
Well, that's great, because the worst thing is when you then carry, or you have the piece of chicken in your hand, and then it falls off. It doesn't glue on, it falls off, and now you're left with like a raw chicken smiling at you, looking at you funny before you put it in your mouth, and then the other piece is off.
You want to see a grown man cry? I will cry on camera if I'm digging into a piece of chicken and the crumb just falls off.
I won't cry, I'll just eat it still.
No,
but
I'll cry. Yeah, you're right. I'll eat it anyway, because the only bad piece of fried chicken is a piece of fried chicken you haven't made.
That's it.
That's the truth. That's
it.
the truth. Okay.
Okay.
So in here, I've got some flour, and we want to add seasoning to the flour as well. So
Is that normal flour?
This is a normal flour.
Okay, cool.
Salt, pepper, a little bit of that onion powder again. This is going to give, it's going to give that savory flavor to your flour crusting.
I'm surprised I haven't heard of the onion powder, because something tells me once I get a hold of it,
Yeah, that's yours now.
I'm going to be on it.
That's yours. You're taking that home. So you need it in your kitchen. It is so good, so great. Okay, then pack it into your flour. Make sure you like press down, because you really want the flour to get into all those like nooks and crannies, every bit, like under the skin, in the skin, around all those little extra bits that are normally like just hanging off the side. That's gonna become extra crispy pieces. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna like let them rest over here while I do this.
Okay.
When you get your flour on there, it is more than essential. It's highly important that sits for 5 minutes.
How much flour do you want on?
You just want to make sure that is completely
Just
coated.
enough to cover the whole thing, but
Yeah.
not too thick.
No, because you want to kind of like do that when you're done.
Okay,
Because all
cool.
that excess flour that's falling off, that's going to actually turn your oil bitter.
Okay,
so
which you don't want.
you don't want that. So let's pretend this has been resting for 5 minutes.
Yes, and then into the oil.
Into the oil.
Oh, yes, nothing better than that sizzle, that sound of sizzle.
And
when your chicken goes into a pot or a pan. Yes, Clem, it's coming to life.
So what you're going to do is you're going to fry this for 10 to 15 minutes. And
10 to
then
15, yeah?
it's going to come out beautifully like that. As soon as it comes out, on some baking paper, a little bit of salt.
Okay.
It's going to be delicious. So you
what
know
about
we're
the
gonna
onion powder, maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
No?
I mean, if you want.
If you want, yeah.
We're serving this fried chicken with some waffles later.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're going to be around.
I'm going to be around, of course. I'm gonna already just taste this chicken a little bit later on to see if it's good enough to go into our waffles. But if you want the recipe sent to you, you can go on our website. It's www.expressoshow.com.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. Go make this chicken. Happy eating, everybody. And of course, let's remember to, support and feed those who really do need it most. We're talking about all of those people who are homeless or vulnerable, who really do go without the meals, with the gift of the Givers Foundation and Woolies, who've come together for the bag that they are doing with Woolies. You can scan the QR code and donate as little as 10 rand. It goes a really long way.
Thank you, thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. It's a Friday morning. Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. Thanks very much for joining us. Now, World Heart Rhythm Week, observed from the 1st to the 7th of June, is aimed at raising awareness and promoting a better understanding of arrhythmias, or arrhythmias, which is the medical term used for an irregular heartbeat or abnormal heart rhythm. Now, heart arrhythmias can sometimes be harmless, but in other cases, they may be a very serious problem, and if left untreated, can have serious consequences, including cardiac arrest or a stroke. And this morning, our trusted multimedia health specialist, Dr. Darren Green, joins us via video call to tell us a bit more about this topic. Dr. DG, always such a pleasure to have you. How are you this morning?
Fantastic, thanks. Good to join you.
Great stuff. Let's start off by talking about the importance of knowing what a normal heart rhythm is and how one recognizes if yours is irregular.
No, for sure. So you need to know what a pulse entails, and with that, obviously, what a normal pulse is. And what the pulse actually represents, obviously, is the difference between your heart contracting and relaxing. And that's what you're feeling when you feel it at your wrist or at your neck, basically. And understanding what a normal range of the rhythm and rate of a pulse is important, obviously, to know whether it's too fast, too slow, and whether the character and volume of the pulse is actually normal for the different age groups. So you need to be able to discern that. But obviously, sometimes you aren't aware of the pulse being too fast or too slow. But there's an array of symptoms that can sometimes point towards an abnormal heart rhythm that you need to be aware of.
Yeah. Is there an obvious way of being able to tell that your heart rhythm is irregular?
Yes, so the most common presenting symptom for an irregular pulse is probably palpitations. And palpitations are not just there when you fall in love. We're speaking about a heightened awareness of your heartbeat in the first place. And obviously the regular lip dip that you're used to hearing and feeling, obviously when it comes to the heart, can be disturbed, where you can, example, have extra heartbeats that come in between those sounds, but also where you could have those sounds basically drawn apart because of different reasons that are caused by different medical conditions. Something as simple as an electrolyte disturbance with too much potassium in the blood, for example, can lead to an abnormal cardiac rhythm. So too can the pace and the tempo of having a nervous stimulant, like too much overdosing on coffee, for example, or energy drinks, could also send the heart into a racing rhythm that could make you feel a heightened sense of awareness and palpitations, dizziness, and even maybe shortness of breath.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I mean, how important then is it to have early screening? And let's talk about some of the first symptoms you need to look out for, you know, other than obviously what you've just already named, when you're used to the lip dip rhythm and having other rhythms in between there that could be an indicator.
For sure. So you'd look at when you become aware of this. Are you noticing these palpitations, extra heartbeats, or irregular heartbeats during exercise only? Or are they happening at rest, even when you are just chilling, watching TV or having a conversation with your family? You'll notice the time association. You'll also notice the duration for which the pulse is disturbed. And then you'll notice, obviously, the accompanying or associated symptoms that could be significant in terms of cardiac involvement. Remember that what's so magnificent about this cat is that the heart has to synchronize its relaxing of certain chambers, the atria and then the ventricles, which are at the bottom, and synchronize that process. How it does that, obviously, is by a very, very accurate, fine-tuned nerve supply to the different muscles and different areas of the heart. And there are a myriad of conditions that can affect, obviously, the conduction of nerve or electric signal to the heart muscle. And we can actually sometimes trace through very specialist cardiologists where the abnormal signal's coming from, and obviously then treat the patient accordingly. But there are also deadly rhythms, obviously, where someone needs to be shocked back into a normal rhythm because it's a fatal rhythm that could actually lead to the heart stopping. And that's when that synchronicity between the relaxation and contraction of the heart is disturbed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the body is an incredible specimen, and we could speak at length about matters of the heart. But thank you very much to our trusted medical expert, Dr. Darren Green, for sharing his insights with us on this topic this morning. Thank you very much, DG.
Pleasure.
Now, of course, exercise is also an important part of a healthy lifestyle, and there are only quite a few types of arrhythmias for which exercise is discouraged. But for the most common arrhythmia, exercise is not only acceptable, but it is encouraged. And this morning, our fitness guru, Ryle de Mornay, will be showing us a few ways to keep our hearts happy with this Friday workout.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kat and Dr. Green. It's always good having you in the studio, and we are getting the heart healthy and charged. So happy Friday, and we can't think of a better way to head into the weekend than with a dance-inspired workout. And it boosts your emotional and social well-being, increases muscular strength, and it can help reduce the risk of heart disease. So this morning, I'm going to be taking you through a dance-inspired exercise that offers a full-body workout, which will allow you to work on your core, legs, arms, and of course, you guys better make sure that you join in for this one. And I've got the incredibly illustrious Jamie Lindomberg and the vivacious Thabiso Makubela. I have finally lived my dream, guys. I am the leader of my own dance group.
You are the Beyonce.
Bring
All
it
I
on.
need now is my pants. But guys, we're going to do something fun, Tubbs.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys ready, all right?
We are,
so we're
we
going to
are.
do some dance. We're hopefully going to improve on our last session where I abysmally failed, I'd say the least.
Which one was this?
It was myself and Kat, when Kat actually started teaching me in the end.
Okay, okay.
All right, guys, so we're going to kick it old school. It's got a bit of a 70s, 80s funk. The movements are nice and slow, so you don't have to put too much effort into it, but we're going to start off with some shoulder rolls. It's a 4-beat count. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3,
And you can count now. And you can count now. Wow.
All right, so you guys listen with the beat. We're going to start off with a nice shoulder roll. All right, you guys ready? 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's a nice, simple one, getting the shoulders all moved up. Round number 2, we're going to get the shoulders even more on fire. We're going to start off with a little straddle, all right?
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, you guys ready?
Cool.
Just follow the
Bring it
beat. 1, 2. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Other side now. Yeah, yeah. Other side. Yeah, let's do it one more time. Other side now, guys. Yeah. 1, 2, yeah, all right. Love it, I love it, I love it. You guys at home, I hope you're joining in. I hope you're feeling that warmth, you're feeling that Friday feels. And we're gonna step things up a little bit now. We're gonna get the lower body involved. We're gonna get those feet moving. We're gonna get the hips churning, guys.
Okay.
All right, so it's a curtsy lunge. All right, it's a fun little curtsy lunge. And then every time you bring it back, I want you to add your own swag and your own flavor to it, all right?
Okay, cool.
So every time you're on the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Lunge up, swag,
Oh,
lunge
okay.
up, swag, lunge up. Swag, yeah.
Oh, no.
All right,
Okay,
let's go
I'm
deep
getting
now. Let's go deep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, Kat, I see you over there, brother. I love your workouts.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay,
Hey,
cool.
hey,
Last
dude, I feel
movement,
like Kat
everybody.
choreographed this entire thing and you're just taking the credit. Kat
Don't
did
give
all
away
the-
my secrets. So
Okay,
Kat and I have
feel
a thing going.
These are names.
We got a thing.
Okay.
All right, guys, we got our last move of the day. So this is quite a fun one. Actually, we've got 2 more moves. I'm going to throw in a little slider. So the next one's a little bit of a squat, and then we're going to throw it up again, and we're literally going to take our hips and move them from side to side while we're transitioning to the next move. All right. So we got that beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, love it, people. Yeah.
I could do this for a while.
2, 3, 4.
I don't appreciate
1, 2, 3,
all the
4. How would you go
cameramen
with
and
it?
the crew just like laughing behind their face masks.
think
I
they
can
just-
see their eyes laughing.
I think they're just admiring you, Tubbs. They're loving your moves. And the last one of the day, we're going to go for a reverse lunge with some spirit fingers in front of us. All right, throw the weekend into full
Shaka
send.
Khan.
2,
Let me rock
3,
you, Shaka Khan.
4.
That's all I
1,
wanna do.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I love it, people. You guys ready to throw it all together now, guys? You guys need to throw it together. Everybody at home. I hope you guys are enjoying this. We're going to do a freestyle straight at the end, but what we're going to do is put it all together if we can, all right? 4 counts for each. See if we can get to the end and then throw some freestyle into it afterwards. We're going to send it into the weekend. You guys ready?
Right, let's do
All
it.
right, guys? Let's wait for the beat.
Yeah.
1,
Shoulder
2,
first.
Shoulder first, right. Shoulder rolls forward, shoulder rolls back, all right? 1, 2, let's go now. Forward, hand back. One more time. Forward, and back. Other side. Forward, and back. Forward, and back. Lasso arms. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2. Other side. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2. All right, now the curtsy lunge, guys.
Yeah.
4, curtsy lunge. Curtsy lunge. with the squats. Squat. Shake those hips. Squat. Shake those hips. Squat. Shake those hips. Squat.
Come on.
Now we go for those lunges. Reverse lunge. Spread fingers, baby. Reverse lunge. Spread fingers. All right, guys, freestyle time. Yeah. Oh, guys, I hope you enjoyed.
Since the lockdown, colorful images of rainbows have appeared in windows across the world. The Crazy Store wants you to bring your rainbow artwork in store to fill their windows with hope. And for every rainbow artwork received, you'll get 10% off of your purchase.
Well, that's not all. Plus a free helium balloon to take home. Now, rainbows are a symbol of hope in many cultures and promises of better times to come. So go on and unlock the crazy at the Crazy Store.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso. We're live on SABC3. We're festive as well because it's Friday. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us and on the right side of lockdown. Now, it's World Avocado Month, and that means that all avo lovers now have the perfect excuse to eat even more avos. Yay! You can have them in salads, on toast, on their own with a dash of salt. But it's winter, and we've decided to heat things up a little bit. We're taking tacos to the next level, and we're making tacos with a green avo sauce along with mega veggies and charred pineapple with Anel Potgieter. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you back.
Thank you.
I've missed you so much.
I know, Topsy.
And Expresso family members out there at home, they've also missed you. I've seen those comments on Facebook. Oh,
Can
so
I
good to
have
have
a
you.
hug?
Yeah, there we go. And there we go. And boom, that's
Boom.
my girl.
That's
Well, you're
our
taking
girl.
us all the way to Mexico.
Yeah, we're going to Mexico.
Yeah.
We're making some tacos.
Yeah, you've brought cats with as
I
well.
know.
Along with
It's
as
something
well.
to make us happy.
Nice.
It's like arriba, arriba.
Ay, arriba, arriba. Okay, let's make it
Okay,
happen. Let's get into it.
Yes, first we're going to make these beautiful tacos, and they're vegetarian tacos. There's no meat inside there. So it's just really healthy, colorful veggies, and it's going to be crunchy, zingy, zesty, all those yumminess. But first we need to make that yummy, beautiful avo sauce that's in front of you that we're going to pour over the
Which
taco.
is what you've made here already.
So I want you to taste it.
Okay.
And guess what's inside? The ingredients.
I'm sure avo is one of them. Avo.
Yeah.
Lemon juice.
Yes, lime juice, 100% right.
Pepper.
Yeah.
A herb. There's a herb, but I'm not sure which herb because I can't tell them apart. But there's a herb of sorts, eh?
Okay, we've got coriander.
That's the one I was looking for. That's the one I had in mind.
And then parsley was just on the tip of your tongue. Hey, parsley.
That's it. That's the other one.
That's the other one.
Okay, so you're making the sauce first.
Yeah. So I'm adding on, and I'm adding some nuts for some creaminess. A bit of olive oil, bit of olive oil in there, and always stop. So you have to season a bit of salt.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add our avo. And as you say, avos are in season.
That's the Hass, eh?
This is the Hass. You've learned.
My favorite one.
Is this your favorite one?
That's my favorite. Remember from last time?
Oh, they're glorious at the moment. Look at this. They are in season.
I mean, I get through like a packet when I get it from the shops. In less than 2 days, I'm done with the whole thing. Between making any excuse to have it for breakfast, for lunch, and then as a snack in between. It's just insane, really.
Yeah, you've got everything avo going.
Oh, man. Okay, well, look, while you're getting those avos in there, did you guys know at home that avos can assist in helping to support the immune system? Yes, they are high in copper, which is one of the minerals known to support immune system function, which we all need right now. We all need our immune systems to be taken care of, now more than ever, with all of the stuff that's going on. We won't mention what, we know what. But yeah, please do make sure that you get some avos in for those health benefits. Okay.
Are you ready for this? We're gonna do this.
Get that going and now.
Going.
Y arriba!
Y arriba, y arriba, y arriba. And there we go.
I love it.
There we go. And there you've got this beautiful sauce that you've been tasting.
Yes, it's so delicious. This sauce, I could even eat this on its own. Do you know what I mean?
On toast. It is just so delicious. I'm going to add a little bit more water here because it is a bit thick. So I'm going to add a bit of water here. And then we're just going to assemble our taco.
Fantastic.
Raza.
The nice thing is that all of this already looks so festive. I mean, it's so bright and colorful on the table. It looks like the weekend. So this is perfect for those weekend treats, for when somebody's celebrating something during lockdown and you can't really have a party or you can't get all the other stuff. This is very quick and easy to assemble and put together, and it's really fun too.
It's fun too, and everybody can help. The children can help. Even you can do it.
Even I can do it. Me.
I've got some shredded lettuce here and some shredded carrots, but you can use whatever you've got in your kitchen.
Some tomatoes, all sorts of goodies going in there. Okay, well, avos are also a source of fiber, which promotes good gut health. You need to know this. Your gut is home to 65% of the immune system, and the bacteria in the gut not only helps digest food, but also regulates our immune systems and protects against invading pathogens that cause disease. So it's just so far sounding like avo might be the answer that we're looking for.
Avo, don't keep the doctor away, Tubsy. That's what I'm saying.
I think...
I'm going to add some of this. Oh,
yes.
Look at this. It is like so delicious.
So this is obviously a vegetarian tacos, which is fantastic that all your vegetarian and vegan friends can also dig in and have it.
And you can put in like chunks of like avocado. You can put as much because it's avocado month.
Yeah.
We can eat as much avos as we want to.
Yes, that's true.
And there it is, Tupsy. Look at that.
That looks so good, Anel. I mean, it looks so great, and I like that you've made for everyone here. We're not going to be fighting for it.
I go in with this.
You can please go ahead and tell me what you think. Let's hear it from the chef's mouth.
I love it because it's sour, it's sweet, it's crunchy.
It's got a nice zing
It's got that zing, it's got the pineapple and the heat of this jalapeno.
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, go on and satisfy your hunger at home and add some delicious, versatile and nutritious South African avos to your meals. For more avolicious recipes, go on www.avocado.co.za. Whatever you do this June, remember to add an avo. You'll go nowhere without the avo.
Add an avo.
Add an avo. Don't make that mistake. Add an avo.
Add an avo, nurtured in South Africa.
All right, it's time to have some fun on your feel-good breakfast show. Now, did you tune in every day this week on Expresso Show? Have you been listening, more importantly, and paying attention? Now, it's time to play Expresso Rewind, the game in which we see how much we can remember from this week's shows. And here's how it works. Each of our contestants, aka presenters, has a designated buzzer sound that they need to make after they hear the inflection of the question that I read. I will then give them an opportunity to answer the question. Should they get it right, a point goes their way, and as an extra reward, they get to take a sip of their Super M.
Oh.
Wow.
So
What do you got there?
good.
What flavor you got there? You got some vanilla?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
I've got me some Super M chocolate, medium fat milk, UHT process.
It's just chocolate. It's chocolate. It's the flavor is chocolate. Hold it in your hand. Okay. I need your sounds, Ryle.
Beep, 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 pew.
Oh, Jamie Lee. What do you Okay, cool.
Wow. Oh, I've missed this game.
I will let you know. I only listen to your sound after the inflection of the question. Here we go. Are you ready? Yes. Question number 1. Which presenter just featured in a chart-topping South African series? Tabisa.
Ryle de Morning.
Ryle de Morning. Take a sip of your Super M. 1 point for you. Here we go. Question number 2. Woolworths is partnering with NGO to fill a bag and give food to families needing it. I heard you first, Jamie Lee.
Gift of the givers.
The gift of the givers. Yes, yes. That is the one. Okay. Question number 3. What are the names and surnames of the team that won Tropica Season 9?
That's not my part.
I heard you
Nadia
first, Tabisa.
Jafta and Trevor Lagaway.
Trevor, you are correct, Mundo. Take a sip of your Super M. Celebrate.
Ryle, you know how the game works. You must actually scream,
Hey.
I wanted to
Keep
give
it
you a
tight. Keep it
chance.
tight.
I'm
It's
playing
2-1. 2-1 favoring Tabzi. Nil to you, sir. Question number 4. Here we go. What is the name of the quadriplegic sportsman and entrepreneur that was on Expresso yesterday? That was Ryle all the way.
Brandon Beek, my man.
Brandon Beek, I'm afraid you've got that answer absolutely correctly. Take a sip of your Super M to celebrate.
Welcome to the party.
There we go, my man. Here we go, guys. Question number 5. Your last opportunity to make up points. So, Dr. Tato Mauto joined us to chat about June being globally observed as what? That was all the way Jamie Lee.
Infertility Awareness Month.
I'm afraid, Jamie Lee, you've got that answer absolutely correct.
Come on, girl. Okay, so...
Wowzers. So as it stands, it is 2 points to you, Tabzi.
Yes.
2 points to you, Jamie Lee. Only 1 point for you, Ryle de Mornay. So the spoils this week are then shared between the two of you. Okay.
And then what happens to Ryle's Super M? Must he still continue having it?
Oh, he can just celebrate all by himself. We're going to decide this by going into the ad break with a dance-off between the two of you. But hold on, before you do that, we do have a question for you at home. What is the name of the song that Loyiso Bala, Kurt Darren, and Ross Lemeth recorded together to celebrate healthcare workers? Let us know on our Facebook page, and of course you can do so on Twitter as well, #Expresso Show, to decide the winner of this week's Expresso Rewind. Let's wind up the dance between Jamie Lee and Tabisa. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
I have a confession. Ooh, don't take it personal. Hey,
I'm good, Tabzi. Malume kama, bona konwetsa, mwasinya. Hello there, Laurel.
Laurel, hi. Hi there, how are you?
Laurel, thank you very much, Laurel. I'm very good, thank you very much. Congratulations, we're going to chat to you in a second.
Great, thank you so much.
Laurel from Midrand.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Happy Friday. So good to be in your company. Now, for the last 13 weeks, Tropica has been making a few people's lives smoother by giving them a chance to win incredible prizes such as data, cash, airtime, LG TVs, dishwashers, G8X smartphones. There have been guest vouchers and watches and accessories up for grabs. And all you have to do to stand a chance of winning is get your favorite Tropica and follow the entry details on the bottle. As simple as that. Now, on the line, we have a very excited lady who has just won herself a guest voucher to the value of 1,000 Rand. Congratulations, Laurel Singh from Midrand, Johannesburg. You're the latest winner!
Hi, Kat, the team.
Congratulations, Laura. I've got something for you. Nicole Snelling, our kitchen fairy, has just told me, because I was struggling with the pronunciation of your name a little bit, said that from now on, introduce yourself as Laurel, like Sabawell.
That's correct.
You get that one for free.
That's correct, yes.
All right, listen, how are you feeling about being the winner right now?
You know what? This gift couldn't have come at a better time. We all wish to receive positive news during this lockdown, and I was so thrilled to hear that I've won this prize.
That's amazing. I'm so glad for you. So how are you spending this guest voucher?
Oh, great question. So
Yeah.
we're actually expecting baby number 2 this year, so I intend on spoiling the little one with some cute guest apparel.
Wow. Congratulations to you and your family on that.
Thank you.
Now, I'm sure you've also followed the journey of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao for the past 13 weeks. I've got to ask you, who's been your favorite team throughout the season and why?
Now, I'm not just saying this because they've won, but it has to be Team Cool Red. I'm a major fan of Nadia, and I follow her on all the socials.
Oh, that's awesome. So your team actually came out on tops as well. Do you have a favorite moment? I beg your pardon?
Sorry, absolutely. My team did come up tops.
And do you have a favorite moment featuring Team Cool Red from the season?
Well, I did enjoy the semi-final episode. The nail-biting piece for me, of course, was when Vazi and Darren sunk their boat and wondering if they're going to go back and retrieve it. However, it was great to see Nadia and Trevor keep their cool throughout that episode. I mean, even when they were doing the puzzle of the castle, I really thought someone was going to lose it. But you know what? They stayed chilled right till the end.
Oh man, that was such a crazy finale that we saw. So much drama. Now, of course, this week was the grand finale of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao. Obviously, you got to watch all of it. And what do you have to say to the winners? I mean, they are, after all, your favorite team.
Oh, great job, great job. I couldn't think of a better team to win.
And to everyone at Tropica who made it possible for you to win this prize and to guess as well as the sponsors of this particular prize.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't enjoy a guest voucher? I mean, I love it. Thanks to Tropica, thanks to guests, and thanks to the Expresso team.
Excellent. Enjoy it. And once again, congratulations on the great news to you and your family as well.
So
Have
much.
a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
So if you missed this week's grand finale of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, remember to catch the repeat tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. right here on SABC3. And of course, it's an episode filled with surprises. And of course, you can find out who the smooth viewer is who drives away with that brand new Suzuki Ignis if you missed it this past Tuesday. And then remember that you at home can also win while watching the grand finale of your favorite show with your favorite Tropica in hand. Now, all you have to do is take a picture with your Tropica and then tweet it using hashtag Tropica to stand a chance of winning your share of data and cash prizes. Good luck and get entering.
Find your smooth fortune with Tropica. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and stand a chance to win your share of 1 million Rand in prizes, such as data, airtime, cash, LG G8X smartphones, LG dishwashers, and guest vouchers, watches, and accessories. The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win. T's and C's on tropica.co.za. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Time for us to take a look at those 8 o'clock news headlines here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday signed into law a crucial bill meant to curb the powers of the police minister to suspend or remove the head of the police watchdog, the Independent Police Investigative Directorate. This was made necessary by a 2016 Constitutional Court ruling stating that the then police minister, Nathi Nhleko, had no authority to dismiss the directorate's head. Ramaphosa also assented to the Promotion of Access to Information Amendment Act, which means that party funding records will now have to be made public every quarter. The Pretoria High Court yesterday set aside Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane's findings against Police Minister Bheki Cele of not providing adequate protection to 2 KZN whistleblowers. Mkhwebane's 2018 report accused Bheki Cele of gross negligence, improper conduct, and maladministration. She recommended that he be reprimanded by President Cyril Ramaphosa. In a statement, Cele welcomed the ruling and said the overturning of the Public Protector's reports is becoming too familiar a sight, saying she should have known better. In international headlines, Australia's Great Barrier Reef suffered its most extensive coral bleaching event in March, with scientists fearing the coral won't recover to what it used to look like even 5 years ago. February 2020 was the hottest month on record since records began in 1900, Terry Hughes, Director of Coral Reef Studies at James Cook University, said. He added that the reef could become a tropical ecosystem with more seaweed and sponges and a lot less coral. If global warming trends continue, the Great Barrier Reef will be destroyed, he said. Here in Africa, the African Union has started an ambitious initiative to increase testing for COVID-19 across the continent. The aim is to take the total number of tests done up to 10 million over the next 2 to 3 months. To date, more than 160,000 cases have been confirmed in Africa, with 4,600 deaths. But experts fear many cases could be going undetected because of low testing rates. The plan also includes training 100,000 frontline healthcare workers and deploying about 1 million others to communities. And now, how Spanish coronavirus patients enjoy the sand, sea, and sun. Well, there's nothing that feeds the soul and lifts the spirits quite like a fresh sea breeze and a beautiful ocean view. Hospital Del Mar in Barcelona has been inundated with COVID-19 patients since March. Those who are recovering from the virus are now being taken across the street to the marina to admire the views of the seaside. Medical teams at the hospital have been photographed wheeling people to the beach as part of the program, and a program designed to humanize intensive care units and help patients recover. One such patient, Esadia Correa, spent 44 days in intensive care and only came out on Wednesday. To his delight, he was allowed outside and enjoyed some sand, sun, and sea before returning to a general ward. Spain's statistics are amongst the world's highest, of course, with some 240,000 confirmed infections and 27,127 deaths. In recent weeks, the country has brought its outbreak under control, with Tuesday being the second day running that not a single coronavirus death was reported. Spain seems to be on a path of recovery. And now turning our gaze to the world of entertainment amidst the ongoing protest action in the United States, it's a sad reality that black parents need to and have been teaching their children, especially if they are male, what they need to be doing if they're ever stopped or apprehended by a police officer. Former NBA star Shaquille O'Neal is all too familiar with this talk, which he opened up about to late-night host Jimmy Kimmel. He condemned the manner in which George Floyd passed on and expressed the frustration and exhaustion caused by the current atmosphere. O'Neal spoke about being sworn in as a sheriff's deputy in 2016 and noted that what he saw in the horrific video of Floyd's death goes against his training. The father of 5 shared that he talks with his sons, Sharif, who's 20, and Shakir, 17, about how to behave around the police. He advised them to always show respect, to comply with officers, and that if things get out of hand, that they should call him so that they're not handling the situation alone. And that's where we leave it for today. That's a roundup of your 8 o'clock news here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. More Feel Good coming your way till 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's Friday, and of course we are doing something special. And now with Bakers, it's the new Good Morning brand rusks, and we are excited indeed. We're going to be doing something special, I believe. Is that true?
Yes, we're going to make a bread pudding with a rusk bread pudding.
All right.
But I want to taste this first, my first time.
let me join you. I honestly just love rusk and a warm glass of tea. I don't have coffee quite a bit, so I'll always have my tea, and it is just absolutely fabulous.
It tastes like my mama's rusks, her brand rusk. It's got that buttery, creamy taste, and it's healthy.
Got that home-cooked feel back here. Oh, that is lovely. So where do we begin with this recipe? What are we doing? I know it's a fusion that's perfect for winter. I know you got something warm coming, but where do we begin?
Yes, bread pudding is normally slices of white bread. You probably grew up with it. With some butter and eggs and stuff
I remember my mom used to make the bread for us, so our bread in, like a pudding of sorts, but it was stacks and layers of bread. We had jam, we had all sorts, but it was something that just made me feel so at home.
Jy praat my taal nou met daai jam, hoor? Jy kry jam on jou bek. Jette, that sounds fabulous.
Yeah, look, now obviously Baker's new Good Morning Rusk, although perfect as a standalone snack, we've kind of merged the forces to create this winter warming brand rusk, bread and butter pudding, and it sounds so delicious. Now I know it's loaded with all the flavors you know and love, with the added crunch, and it's guaranteed to be a winter warmer. So of course, now let's get this weekend started. I know you've started with these beautiful rusks. You're speaking about the nostalgia of being at home and that bread and butter pudding, but you're doing something a little bit different here. This seems quite new to me, to say the least.
Yes, so what we're doing here, I've just broken the rusk in like chunk-size pieces. So that's going to form the base. So we ditch the bread, we're using rusks. That is the first thing. And we're going to add some croissants. So if you've got like day-old croissants, in my house that never happens, if you can find some, because they're quite buttery as well. You're going to break that up inside there as well. So that's going to be like your layer. And this is going to be all buttery and crunchy. You can just imagine the flavors when they start singing together.
I'm seeing that now, and I think especially with the rusk coming through and that bran flavor, it's going to, not normally do you get a crunch in your pudding, so I'm really excited for that element of this. That's going to be quite interesting.
And then we've got some raisins, and what I've done with the raisins, I've just soaked it in water for about an hour. So it actually plumps up. It like plumps up. Yes, it word sexy. It's like sexy raisins.
Glamming up your raisins, guys?
Yes, we're glamming up the raisins, we're glamming up the rusks. And now we're going to make our egg custard. But before we do that, I've got a bit of melted butter. Always better with more butter.
Butter makes everything.
So if you're on diet, look away. Because we're going to butter it up here. We're going to butter these rusks. Oh, I can eat it like this, actually.
I don't think anyone would complain about that. But I'm noticing on the show here, they always plan these beautiful meals on a Friday, which is good. So thank you, editors and producers, for that. Because I know we're working our butts off during the week, and these meals are just perfect. So it's Friday.
Yay.
It's the weekend. Let us indulge.
Yeah, and we can spoil ourselves with something nice like this.
We have earned it.
And it's so easy to make. You can get the kids involved, you can get Pa involved and Oma involved. It's really easy to make.
Yeah, I would love to actually hear from you guys at home, Oma and everybody else. Have you guys been making any puddings like this? We'd love to know. And of course, join the Expresso Facebook page, and of course, log on to Facebook's, well, not Facebook, sorry, our expressoshow.com, where we've got all this incredible recipe inspiration just to fuel your weekend, get you set, get that warmth going. And it is smelling good. It hasn't even been baked or cooked. And I'm getting some lush smells here.
I'm whisking in now cream for a double indulgence.
You are naughty, and now Friday, the devil has arrived.
And some milk. Just for the fun of it, a bit of milk, but you can use just cream if you want to. And then we're going to add some flavoring like vanilla and some allspice, and you can put nutmeg. Nutmeg will be beautiful in here, or cinnamon will be beautiful in here. It's going to add that inside there, so any flavor that you like.
So this is where you can kind of make it. I love that smell. It always reminds you of like a fresh cupcake or something being baked. You know, when you get the vanilla smell, something's going down in the kitchen.
And all you do now is pour this silky egg mixture over this. And what's going to happen now, the rusks are going to suck it all up. The rusks are going to be sucking this deliciousness up. And we're going to throw a bit of sugar over here, even more cinnamon.
You know why not while we're at it.
And then you bake it for about 200 degrees for about 30 minutes. And let it set a little bit. And then you can serve it with custard or with ice cream. Yeah. But what's nice about this, you can freeze it.
Oh, really?
So, yes, you can make it today. And you want to impress your friends on Sunday.
Yeah.
Haul it out. Saturday night, let it defrost in the fridge, and then just warm it up in the oven. Put a bit of foil over it and warm it up. And the other thing is, you can even make smaller bowls out of it.
I think that's perfect for me because I'm the kind of cook that will maybe need to potentially try it more than once. So I'll probably make it 2 days before, just in case the first one doesn't go well. And then I've got that option in the freezer. So that's a perfect plan.
I think there's an other plan there. You want to eat twice. You want to make it once and eat it twice.
Look, it is the weekend. Guys, of course, once again, this delicious meal, you can find it on expressoshow.com for more recipe inspiration. And join us after the break. We're going to be catching up with Roger Good and his crazy 5FM breakfast crew on what they've been up to during the lockdown.
Make the most of winter's simple pleasures with the new Baker's Good Morning Bran Rusks.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
The Roger Good Show has kicked boring mornings to the curb with Sureshni Nunbread Rider on the news, Robbie Mustache Basil Cruz manning the sports desk, Zanele Young Boomerang Potero guiding you through the traffic, and your host, DJ Dadbod, Roger Good on the case. We chat to the 5FM breakfast team to find out how they've been keeping busy during lockdown. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for joining us. I love the energy so much. So much energy in the morning, guys, during lockdown. How are you doing?
Oh, we're cool. I mean, I don't know about you guys. We figured out with our very clever technical friends how to be able to do the show each morning from each one of our respective houses. So I've been live from the Raj Mahal, Daddy Cruz, Robbie's been in Pretoria at the capital, Sureshni in the spare bedroom in her house, Zanele Patel, we're running around Joburg from her apartment and then popping into the SABC. So we've been isolating, we've been staying at home, and we've had to we've been figuring out how to do a radio show again because we can't physically see each other.
Yeah.
And we've been, I don't know, I think we're sounding better than ever, but most of all, we've actually been having a lot of fun. I really have been having a lot of fun.
So much fun. I mean, the COVID-19 pandemic has hit the world hard, period. And literally everyone has been affected. And in South Africa, we are going through different levels with our national lockdown. But how has this affected you guys personally? I'll start off with you, Sureshni.
I think like a lot of people, the buzzword to use is navigating an unprecedented time. We're all trying to readjust to this new normal. For me, it's been interesting because I'm home now. My little one's home. And now I'm a homeschool teacher. By the end of this month, I'm going to get a degree.
Wow.
But it's, yes, my poor child. But I think it's been, for me, from a safety point, it's been wonderful being home. Everything's been good. It's like I said, it's about balancing, juggling, making sure we get the work done, making sure we also have fun. A lot of children are under a lot of anxiety. So for me, my idea is to keep the family happy and just to keep us going. That's all that matters.
Beautiful, man. I mean, Roger earlier mentioned that you're all broadcasting from home. How has this experience been like so far? I'll start with you, Robbie.
Oh, it's been lekker. I'll be honest with you. Like we started off and it was summer. It was still beginning of the year. Now it's like midwinter, which like sucks hard. So every day is different. I mean, and yet the same. So we still get to do our thing, which I think is fun. It would be cool if we can keep doing this like for the rest of our lives, because I get to spend time with my little girl every single day. Yeah, so not to get too soppy, but every single morning when my little girl wakes up, she walks down the stairs and then she comes to me with her brush, and then I first got to brush her hair, and then as I've brushed her hair, then she can start her day. And she's like my best mate. She's 19 months old and I just love her. I eat her up every day.
That is so adorable. Zanele, you've recently joined the 5FF team and you are reporting on traffic. How is starting a new job during lockdown like?
Sure, I can definitely say that I know I'm very grateful that during this time I was able to get such an awesome opportunity. I mean, there are a lot of people that are going through many different things at the moment. So I definitely count myself super lucky. I'm so grateful. And more than anything, I mean, I started off working with the guys doing social media for the team. And then obviously now I'm actually part of the team on air. And they've been so welcoming. Like, it was so unexpected because I didn't know that they could be more welcoming. It's been really, really great. I'm genuinely so appreciating and loving it.
Oh, we love you.
We love you, Chanel.
Love you all, guys.
I think if there was one thing we could take away from this, I don't know about you guys at Expresso, but we found that there were so many people that were sort of going back to relying on the radio for some kind of companionship, or finding some kind of friendship. And we've discovered a whole new side to broadcasting a radio show, which was kind of what made radio shows magical when they started. Sort of like the old original social media. So we've been meeting new people, reaching out, fixing people's marriages.
You've touched on something that's very important, actually, the fact that you offer a sense of companionship to people who may be feeling lonely during this time. But also the show has been involved with and highlighted a number of charities over the past couple of weeks. You're also planning to get involved with a new charity project. Can you please, expand on that for us?
So on the show at about 8:45 every morning, so, just before we're about to sign off, we try to end it off on a positive tip. So we've been doing this thing called Good Karma, good with an E at the end. And it's really just it's a really fun sort of space for CSI projects. You can't believe it during the pandemic, how many people have sort of turned over a new leaf, or whether it's, lending a helping hand, trying to raise some money, feeding dogs, dog shelters, animal shelters. We've done a lot of work with the SPCA. In fact, just over the last 2 weeks, we've had so much interest from so many different organizations that, Sarishni, we ended up leaving it up to, I think it was, we gave it up to you to sort of decide which one we were going to be backing.
Yeah, so obviously we're building up towards Nelson Mandela Day, which is around the corner in July. And the Roger Good Show has always been a very multi-pronged approach when it comes to the charities we want to support. So far, we've done everything in Cape Town, from the Brewers Soup Collective, who are collecting ingredients to make soup for the residents of the Western Cape, which of course is the hot spot in the epicenter at the moment. Catching up with Jeremy Loops, and he also has a wonderful food initiative. Then we had Otis Seflo, and he actually makes masks. So we've been trying to find the kind of people who are being innovative in every way. And instead of obviously offering just money, we're giving them the airtime to tell us how the rest of South Africa can get involved. Because for us, we firmly believe in the spirit of Ubuntu, and the more of us in the village that get together and make a difference, that's how our show platform is going to rise. So we're building up all the way to Nelson Mandela Day, where the Roger Good Show is going to finally reveal all of the charities that we're putting our names to.
This is the perfect time to practice the spirit of Ubuntu. That's exactly what our Rainbow Nation is all about. This is what we are known for. But for Zanele and Robbie, I know that for the past few weeks, you guys didn't really have much to report on. But Robbie, it's been reported that non-contact sport is coming back.
Indeed. So that's fantastic news. As you might know, I'm an aspiring golfer. And all professional golfers were amateurs once. So I see myself as a future professional.
Oh, wow. Why are they laughing at you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's really, really good. He's so good. You don't understand. He's like a pro.
This is fact.
It's true.
You read this, you can read this in books and libraries. It's fact. And so that's very good news, because the great thing is we've got something to look forward to. Even though sport will return behind closed doors, that's fine. Let sport just return. Any sport, please.
Come back. Zandim Dasekuwe, how has the roads been looking like? And what should we anticipate going forward?
You know what? I think that even before Level 4 got onto the scene in South Africa, there were already just a lot of things happening on the roads. I don't know. I keep saying, I make a joke every morning where I'm like, I think we need a K53 refresher in South Africa, because every second thing that I read is always a car accident, which is not nice. I hate car accidents.
Yeah.
But it's honestly just getting busier and busier. And I think at this time, we just need to be more and more careful. As much as we're being careful with ourselves and our health, we need to be careful in terms of the roads as well.
Be careful. I know that you guys are currently live on the Roger Good Show. What's happening after this?
This is what we do. I think the best part about it is you watching and tuning in. You get it. Help us wake up the nation, one rude, loud voice note at a time. That, and of course, as 5FM always does, playing you the hottest, most current upfront music on the planet. 6 to 9 a.m., Monday to Friday. Hoorah, baby!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Hoorah, baby! That's exactly how it goes.
And I just also wanted to say to you guys quickly, because obviously, you know, we're also doing a live show on our side. But I was mentioning to your team as well that it's really incredible how you guys have kept a live TV show going. It's really amazing, and how it's such a great product that you're putting out even during these hard times.
And Gosika Kulumda, so you're also doing amazing things where you are, even though it's remotely. Thank you all for joining me this morning. You are so dynamic, vibrant. You take a lot of energy out of someone, but it's a good thing, I promise you. I hope that you have a fantastic morning further.
Thank you.
Now catch the Roger Good Show on 5FM weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. So you will have your radio on the side, right? With them playing and your television in front of you while watching us. That's how it's going to be. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kutle. We love you.
Kutle.
Bye.
Bye.
Acheng. So I'm chatting to Umalume Musa here. He's owned a small clothing factory for years now, and he's always inspired me with his success. But like a lot of businesses, this lockdown's hit him hard. So he spoke to his banker, and they've put together a tailor-made relief solution for him to help his business and his people get through this. Making your bank your business partner, that's a habit worth keeping.
Welcome to it. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show is live, large and in charge on this Friday morning. It's so good to be in your company. You're right in time right now to see us in the kitchen creating all kinds of deliciousness. And for the next recipe, please hold on to your seats. How does crispy fried chicken on top of a soft cheddar and chives waffle sound? Is that decadent enough? Yeah. I mean, this is comfort food of the highest order, but wait for it. There is more. We're going to be drizzling some sriracha maple sauce on top of that bad boy. And the person behind the stove this morning, the king of the kitchen himself, Chef Clem, His Royal Highness of deliciousness.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
Because we love it, and because it's the weekend, and because we deserve good things.
Okay, I agree with you. But our viewers at home need to make this recipe. It is like, you know, especially with my family, we are so noisy around the table.
Yeah.
But like fried chicken, it's like.
But that's the thing, because all you hear is
exactly. And then
and then like when you get into the bones,
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, no, of course. Who does? Who chews the bones?
Who chews the bones?
Are you crazy? You never leave the bones.
You know who did confess that he chews the bones?
Who?
Tabiso.
Tabiso and the rest of us out there, because all of you all that are saying you don't chew the bones are all lying to us.
Lying on a Friday. But like we said, it's a safe space. You can share. The kitchen is a safe space.
Hey, come
all
on.
right.
Come
So
on.
I showed you how to make this fried chicken, and in all honesty, like. It's just my fiance and I. We don't have any babies right now. We're working on that for later. But now, what is really amazing is that when we get cravings for like food in the middle of the night, freedom. We can just do it. So we made fried chicken literally crazy hours in the morning. We made pancakes at like 2 in the morning.
Really?
We just can.
That's like that scene from that movie with where they make the croissant in the middle of the night. It's almost like from Ghost. I'll tell you what her name is.
All right.
Meryl Streep.
Okay.
Streep. You know which movie I'm talking about, with Richard Gere, I think it is. And they make croissants like 12 o'clock at night. Like, why?
Okay, I'm gonna find out. I think I know what you're talking about, but
It
now
was
I can't remember the
romantic.
name.
It was romantic.
It's like a whole southern vibe going on, wasn't it?
Yeah, she lives in this beautiful cottage house.
Yeah, okay. Now imagine me in that beautiful cottage house, just like making waffles.
Hey, baby, you want some waffles?
Yeah, these waffles are amazing. And what's really great about them is it's so easy to put together.
Yeah,
and you can make the batter ahead of time. It's super easy. I've got self-raising flour. I've got some buttermilk.
Yeah.
If you don't have buttermilk, but you've got milk at home, take a little bit of lemon, squeeze it in your milk, let it sit for a bit, and you'll see it separates.
There we go. That creates
buttermilk. There we go. So it's the interaction between the self-raising flour and the buttermilk that gives you that puffiness, that lightness. You must have that in your waffle.
Excellent.
So next to that, we're gonna add some eggs, always free range, going in.
Always fresh.
Always
okay.
fresh.
I don't know if I've asked you this. I keep asking every chef that I meet about this. How do you test if an egg is fresh without opening it? Without cracking it open?
I can't do it now, but let me just tell you. So all you do is I take like a little jar of water, and I do this at home because you know eggs do like in the fridge. You don't know how long it's been there, but actually you can check the little date there. What you do is you drop it in the water. If it sinks, you're good. If it floats,
there's an air pocket inside.
Yeah, it's an air pocket inside. So you get rid of that, and then you just get yourself some new eggs.
There's a tried and tested method that I have. I don't know where I heard this from, I promise you, but it works. You take your tongue, it's the tongue test, and you put it on either side of the egg, top and bottom. The one side needs to be cold and the other warm. If they're both the same temperature, it's not good. It's not good. But cold, hot, yes, we're good.
South Africa, you don't need to worry. The eggs are always fresh in Woolworths. I don't want to be seeing anybody walking in Woolworths.
I mean, could you imagine this?
Mr. Manager at Woolworths, you try this.
Hey, stop it.
Nah.
Put the eggs down.
But yeah, okay.
You bought them because you licked them now.
Yeah, you lick it, you buy it. That's the general rule in life.
Around the world.
Everything. You lick it, it's yours.
No.
It's everything.
It can't apply for everything, Clem. By the way, the movie's called American Gigolo, apparently.
There we go. Okay, cool. So I'm watching this weekend. Okay, so while we're talking about things that you should lick, shouldn't lick, I add some eggs in there, some salt going in there, crispy fried onions. We're gonna add chives to it, but the crispy fried onions add a different texture to it. Okay? So onion on onion, absolutely. They just add different flavors, so you're good.
I love the sound of that.
It's so delicious. And then obviously it's crispy. So as you're busy biting through your waffle, you get a little bit of a nugget. That's in there. Melted butter.
It looks good.
Salt, I already add salt, pepper. While I'm busy doing that, let me actually get my pot on over here. Because we're gonna make that like, maple sriracha butter sauce.
Ah, that's the secret ingredient,
It's
pièce de résistance,
yeah,
the
I mean,
sprinkler on top.
It's just so easy to make and it's delicious. There's something scientific about the way your brain reacts to sweet and salty and fatty things at the same time.
Dopamine.
There we go, the dopamine, and your brain just loves it. You can't get enough of it. This sauce has got that sweet from the maple. It's got the heat and the little bit of sweetness and savoriness from your sriracha, and then the fat comes from your butter.
Beautiful.
And your brain just loves it, loves it. It's so good. It turns a normal fried egg into something spectacular.
I can't wait.
Oh, every day's the weekend.
Fried chicken to bring in. By the way, whose idea was fried chicken and waffles? I mean, I know it's served at some restaurants, but what's the origin
I think
of
it's
that
an
whole
American. I mean, it is an American thing.
Yeah?
But I mean, Koreans have been taking it to the next level as well. Korea have been making the best fried chicken and waffles. But you know what I honestly think it is? I just think it's so inexpensive to make a waffle batter, and the fact that it can live in your fridge for a few days, and then when you need something like it to go with, like they normally do like biscuits. But I mean, this is easier.
But you know why Koreans are really cracking it in the waffle and fried chicken department?
Tell me, educate me.
They've got soul.
South Africa, your weekend has officially begun. Just switch off your TVs. Go outside, go for a run. It's done. It's done. It's done. Okay. You be licking things. You be just dropping one-liners. I love it. I love it. That's why I come to work every day. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna do a little bit of waffle batter. And here's the thing about the waffle batter. Okay, it expands. So don't overload your waffle machine because it's gonna come out everywhere. Okay.
Well, that's about 2 teaspoonsfuls, two and a half.
Yeah,
2.5.
and it depends on the
Not
waffle machine.
teaspoon, sorry.
Depends on the waffle machine that you have at home. Now, I know not everybody has a waffle machine at home.
Yes.
What I suggest you do, because this is like a really good, like a crumpet type batter. So put a little bit of it, like a flapjack. Oh, we'll give you like a flapjack result.
Yes.
Put a little bit in your pan, and when you see the bubbles come up, turn over. So you can totally I know not everybody has a waffle iron at home.
So don't worry if you don't get the griddles of the waffle.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But what you do want is you want that cheese to start like crustifying, going delicious, going a little bitter.
Crustifying.
Crustifying.
Crustify.
Crustify.
What?
That cheese needs to crustify. Okay, cool. In here I got a bit of butter. And I'm gonna add some maple syrup. You can use golden syrup. Maple syrup is a little more fragrant.
Very Canadian of you over there to just
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, Woolies has it on shop and it just works so well. I mean, Canadians, they have like, it's 50% blood, 50% maple. That's just, they just like that, yeah.
Hey.
Sriracha, you like sriracha?
I like me some sriracha.
Because it's nice, it's got a little bit of heat.
It's friendly, that's
But
the
it
thing.
doesn't-
It's your friendly hot sauce in the bag, do you know what I mean? Look at the height that you're just spraying that from, incredible.
Open your mouth.
No.
Okay. We're not that adventurous today. So all you want to do is you want to reduce that siracha with that maple, with that butter. The sauce is super thick, but you can decide how thick you want it.
Okay.
I like it quite thick.
Deciding on, or depending on the amount of time. Then you just like, let it run. Let it run,
On
let
those
it
waffles.
run, let it run. Look at that.
It's good. It's delicious. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're going to start the weekend like this. It's only gonna get better. It's just how you do it.
Beautiful stuff. And listen, if you are at it making beautiful recipes like this to feed the family and have them enjoy themselves, also take a moment to think of those that are less fortunate than we are, that are so hard hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. And maybe you want to be part of the Fill a Bag campaign. Woolworths has, of course, partnered up with the NGO Gift of the Givers and gives you the opportunity to do what you can to make a difference. So there's a QR code that we'll put on your screen in a couple of seconds if it's not there already.
It's there.
It is there, okay? So you use your SnapScan app to snap that little QR code, and for as little as 10 Rand a day, you can donate that amount to feed someone 3 meals for a day. But there's also other options for you to donate via EFT and all manner of ways. You can go to www.woolworths.co.za/Together We Will to find out more information on how you can help to make a difference. But in the meantime, this recipe you can, of course, find on our website, expressoshow.com. Thank you, Chef.
Anytime.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A dress is one of those items we're always stocking our wardrobes with during the summer seasons, but it doesn't stop there because dresses are fast becoming a winter fashion must. Now this morning we have stylist and fashion director Taryn Oppel to offer some style advice when it comes to selecting your go-to dress this winter. Good morning to you, Taryn. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. How are you?
Good morning, Kuhle. I'm so good. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. You know what? We push a good cause with these #stay-home t-shirts, but I think I'm ready to go shopping. So let's talk dresses, okay? When we think of dresses, the first thing that springs to mind isn't necessarily colder weather. So why should we be adding dresses to our winter staple list?
Okay, so dresses in general make getting dressed super easy. You know, it's a standalone piece. It doesn't really require that much to be added to it to make a stylish statement. And sometimes all you need is just a couple of cool accessories to elevate it. But what I love about dresses in winter in particular are the layering opportunities. So I just find something so extra stylish about a feminine flowing dress under a heavy wool coat or a hardcore biker jacket. And then there's also the opportunities to play around with textures or mix textures. So throwing a chunky knit over a knit dress, for example. So I don't know, I think dresses in winter just make styling so much more fun, but it's simple at the same time.
I mean, many of us are really scared of dresses when it comes to winter. So when it comes to the lengths and silhouettes of the dress, what is the go-to length that you could double up on for both winter and then when warmer seasons come, you can still wear it, you know, to get more bang for your buck?
Yeah. So in my opinion, the perfect length is a midi dress, which sort of hits the area just between your knee and your ankle. So whether it's a slip dress, a tee dress, a long sleeve dress, any midi dress is so versatile, especially when we start talking about dressing for the office and the weekend because they work for both. Another point to make is that any jacket length works with a midi dress. So proportionately, it's quite perfect. And then it also works with both short and long boots that sort of peep out from under the hem for winter, and then pairing it with sneakers or sandals in summer works very well too.
It sounds so exciting. But for you, Taryn, what are some of the standout styles for this season that we can find at Woolies?
So there are a lot of styles available at the moment. The ones that stand out for me, though, is firstly the suede dress. So suede is soft and delicate and almost a little bit nostalgic. It reminds me of fashion in the 70s. And earlier I spoke about layering opportunities, which this particular dress has. So it's sleeveless, so you can layer it with a ribbed knit underneath or a long sleeve tee, or you could choose to layer it with a silky blouse or a shirt, so you have a mix of textures and create some contrast of your own. And then secondly is the knit dress. So I love wearing polo necks in winter, so extending that to a dress is an absolute bonus. But besides turtleneck versions, there are a number of sort of midi bodycon styles in an array of colors that almost lays the foundation for adding a trench coat or a wool coat or a puffer jacket, you know, giving your cover-ups a little bit of a moment to shine as well. And then thirdly is the printed dress. I mean, that's a style that works for summer and winter, and we all sort of need to have something printed in our wardrobe once in a while. Prints, I've said before, doesn't really need that much to make a statement. You know, maybe just adding a waist belt or a crossbody bag with some really cool hardware, or maybe even just a classic boot at any length could work really well as well.
Woolies is definitely making winter really exciting with these new looks, and a lot of people are shying away from dresses. So Taryn, you've definitely given us some, you know, amazing advice and tips on how we can make dresses shine this season. Thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your morning.
I'm glad I'm here to help. Thanks so much, and you too.
If you too are feeling inspired to add more dresses to your wardrobe, well, look no further than Woolworths, where you're bound to find a silhouette that works for you. Shop the dress styles you have seen here today safely in store, online, or the Woolies app.
Thank you so much, Taryn, assisting us in warming our bodies and our souls. But now we're going to head off to something where we can warm our insides, and it's the perfect anytime winter treat. Check it out.
Hola, Mzansi! It's going to be a hot day in the big city.
Super M, anytime gap filler.
Made with love, bright clover.
That is right, winter is here, so warm up with this ultimate Super M vanilla hot chocolate and a quick tasty treat to go with it. Now our choc chip swirls are going to be added and it's going to be delicious. And this treat makes for a cozy gap filler moment when reading your favorite book, watching a movie, or anywhere in between. And I'm joined by the illustrious Nicole Snelling. Oh, we are doing naughty things today on the studio.
Always. When you and I together, it just seems like we're always making something naughty.
Bring it on. What are we doing here? This smells delicious already and you haven't even started.
I know, right? You're actually getting that hint of that vanilla from the Super M.
Yes.
So I've just got it on the stove for so long to heat up. So once this is heated up, which is almost there, I'm actually going to add some white chocolate. So there's a little naughty part over there. It's going to go in there. And it's going to melt away. I totally did. And to make this even worse, but better worse, it's just like an indulgence thing. So we're going to take our puff pastry and chocolate spread.
Oh, hot dang.
Oh, hot damn, I know, it's quite intense.
Wow, look at this.
It's getting very, very saucy in here. So we got the chocolate going onto our puff pastry.
So was this chocolate melted before, Nicole? Or is it just come like this? What is it?
You can buy chocolate spread or chocolate hazelnut spread in the stores. It's entirely up to you which one you want to go for. I actually went for a little bit of a hazelnut spread one here. And you're just going to spread that all over. If you don't have a palette knife like I do have here, you can use the back of a spoon. If you use a butter knife, it's going to scrape it too much, so I wouldn't recommend that.
I've never seen chocolate being spread more therapeutically. And then we've got the pan there just coming into to end the day. But this is like a little Zen garden you've created, Nicole.
Yeah, this is so it's therapeutic. But that's the thing with baking. If you don't feel like a better person and you went to a therapy session afterwards, did you even bake?
Did you even bake, or was it that bad of a meal? You need to practice.
Cool, so I've got a bit dark chocolate chunks over here
my
that I just bought like this. And then we're going to spread that all over our pastry. And then I've got white chocolate, so I couldn't find the chunks, so I bought a slab and just cut it up, just like any of you guys would do it.
Chocolate, and lots more chocolate.
And more chocolate.
Get it involved, throw it in here, go wild.
Right?
Go crazy. I know you guys love chocolate at home, and let us know what you are getting up to and what you're cooking for your treat this weekend. And of course, you can go over to the Expresso.com page online and check out some more of this recipe inspiration. That's ExpressoShow.com.
Perfect. So then
it's looking delicious already, Nicole.
Rather than quickly, you're going to roll it up like this. As you can see, I'm dusting off the excess flour as I go. And then you cut it up into like these beautiful little rolls and bake it in an oven of preheated of 180 degrees or 200 degrees. And then until they're golden brown like that and chocolate melts. So that you need to keep an eye on because chocolate melts super easy.
Yes, but you still want to get this beautiful like crispy flakiness here, which I'm seeing.
Yes.
And Nicole, I must say that these are like, they look perfect for me. I think I'm going to steal a few for the weekend. I've got a series we've been talking about, which I want to binge watch again. So this is going to be the perfect little snack for me to enjoy while I do that.
Not your own series, eh?
Maybe, I don't know.
Cool, so I'm just adding the milk into cups. I'm going to make you one and myself one.
Thank you.
And I've just melted the chocolate in there. And then, if we're not naughty enough...
Oh, you just had to.
This is my favorite part. So I just need to click it into place. There we go.
Oh, no. This is looking restaurant ready, actually, I must say.
Thank
This is
you.
something I'd order off a menu. It looks delicious.
You do know I'm a qualified chef. I don't know if you knew that
Oh,
about
are
me.
you?
Yeah. I'm not just a food stylist here.
You're not just a pretty face, Nicole.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't going to say it, but cool. So we just add our little marshmallows over there, and you serve this up with one of these. So I'm gonna just grab one of mine, and then you dunk it and you drink it
one
together.
of these as well. Wow!
And that's as easy as it is. It's like a super treat.
Oh, we have arrived, guys. Of course, make sure that you head over to the ExpressoShow.com for some recipe inspiration. But don't mind myself and Nicole. We are primed and ready for the winter weekend. That is winter in a bucket. Oh, that is beautiful. Thank you.
Do I also have cream on my face?
This is the trend, guys.
Hola, Mzansi. It's going to be a hot day in the big city. Super M, anytime gap filler.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day.
Win while watching the Tropica Island of Treasure finale this week on Tuesday and the repeat on Saturday with your favorite Tropica in hand. All you have to do is take a picture and post on Twitter with #Tropica or on the Tropica Facebook page. Post a selfie with you watching or of yourself dressed up supporting your favorite team, or simply just your Tropica bottle to stand a chance of winning your share of data and cash prizes. So go on and get your Tropica, watch the epic finale show, #Tropica, and you could win smooth prizes.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's a Friday morning. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're live, large and in charge, and always so good to be in your company as we start the roll-on into the weekend. Now, creative collaborators Thando Skwatsha and Milan Rendell have been working together for over 2 years. The two friends met at the University of Cape Town in 2018, and on the very same day of their meeting, recorded their debut single called Could I Ever. Now, With You is their second and latest single, and they both join us via video call to chat all about it. Guys, so good to have you on the show. Thanks for making the time to have a chat.
Hey, good stuff. Thank you for having us.
Now, I mean, the mere idea that the two of you recorded a song on the very first day that you met, I mean, you've got to tell us that story and how the energy came around and the inspiration came about that made you record on the first day you met. I don't know, who tells the story best?
I remember that day, hey, Milan and I actually bumped into each other in a coffee shop on Main Road here in Rondebosch, and we met your friend. And I was like, yo, dude, I've got this song. Can you sing on it? I'm like, yeah, I can see what I can do with it. And so literally we went to studio and then sat 3 hours in the studio, did a lot of different things. And
my guy, you can't lie to the people. You can't lie to the You just flexed on me for 3 hours. That's what you did. You came in there, you just runs, you just flexed on me for 3 straight hours. That's what happened. This man recorded 116 vocals in 3 hours.
That is out of this world.
I've never experienced such.
I mean, so clearly the synergy between the two of you was natural and it was just flowing beautifully. Yeah. Wow. So then after 2 years of honing your craft, you've decided to release your second and latest track today. That must be very exciting. Tell me about the motivation behind the song.
Squat, you go.
Yo, With You is another one of our love songs that we've written. If you've noticed, our songs are all about love. This one was specifically to write in my previous relationship and the experiences of being in love with someone, and how that one person matters the most and how they make you feel.
Yeah.
Specifically using the lyrics to express what I couldn't say in that specific time or place. And so yeah, that's With You. Just a upbeat love song.
I mean, we're hearing it right now in the background. It's sounding really, really good. And also with it, of course, your debut album, I understand, is due to be released sometime late in July. So what can fans expect from this project?
Milan?
Yo, some finger-licking good R&B, let me just say it.
Hey! Just like the chicken we made early on in the kitchen.
July 31st is when it comes out. We got choirs, we got orchestras, we got, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time.
Yes, we've got talented artists as well working with us. We've got vibe, we've got soul, we've got music, we've got vibe, we've got soul, we've got music.
But they're all our friends. They're all our friends. All our friends came together. We were just like, we're going to do this thing. We're going to have a good time. We're going to write stories about struggle, about love, about hope. So that's what it's about.
Wow,
yeah.
man.
It's quite a personal, it's quite an intimate album. But yeah, it's a very, very, very enjoyable one.
I want to know about how lockdown has had an effect on, your creative process, your creative juices, and maybe what this holds now for any future collaborations between the two of you.
Sure. It's been difficult, I'm not going to lie. We've been having to find ways to work around it. So a lot of production via remote control, doing work this side. I send stuff to Tando. Tando writes on his side, like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, writing sessions have been we've been needing to practice writing sessions over Zoom/FaceTime and get used to that especially. But I think we're actually at an advantage because we'd done a lot of work prior to the lockdown.
Yeah.
And it was just all that was left to be done was a majority of mixing and mastering and just, stuff that from our side didn't need us to be in studio together or, so that was our advantage. But yeah, FaceTime.
I'm definitely feeling on that one. Yeah. Go on, Milan.
I think, there's something special about being in a room with a person when you're making music with them.
True.
Having that like human connection. I've missed that, and it's been a little on the difficult side for me. So
he just misses me, guys, but it's okay.
That might be the case. Listen, we are also in June, which is Youth Month in South Africa. And, I mean, you guys are two young people that are boldly chasing their dreams despite any kind of challenges that might be on your path. What message do you have for young people out there that are looking to chase their dreams?
Wow. Okay, from my side, anyone who's wanting to chase their dreams or even begin a process that might be overwhelming for them, there's this thing called guts. You must take it, you must trust it, you must eat it, it must eat you, you must allow the process of it. Just trust yourself and trust the process of whatever you're admiring to achieve, and yeah, that's the best I can give.
I would say, in line with what Tando was saying, and just surround yourself with good people, people who support you, who love you, that would be my number one piece of advice. Would just be find a community that supports you.
Yeah.
And help the people in your life, because it always comes around in the end.
Yeah.
Loving that message, man. And thanks very much, guys, for, as I said earlier on, taking the time to chat to us. Very excited for you guys on the release of this brand new song. And we've been dancing throughout the morning here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We want those feel-good vibes to continue. So let's start grooving with Tando and Milan's latest track called With You.
Still flows through my mind when I'm not with you, baby. And I don't know how to feel inside when I'm not with you. And I think it's crazy that maybe we could be together in my bed. It's kinda scary and hazy, 'cause I can comprehend this in my head. it all. Cause all we really have is now. This is so simple. Just be open with your heart. This is for you and I. Nothing else matters now. The way I feel I can't deny. And I've been thinking about it now. And what we really have is something special. And I would never ever want this world to go to waste with you now. Cause nothing matters when I'm with you, baby. 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 I'm with you, baby, baby. We're just running out of time, except when I'm with you, lady, lady. And I want you to hold me tight, cause my pulse is racing, and you're chasing. No matter what happens, this is what matters. Cause when I'm with you, baby, I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, baby, baby.
Oh man, the song is called With You, a collaboration between Thando Skwatsha and Milan Rendell. And that was an exclusive. First time you're hearing it right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show, courtesy of these gentlemen. Let's give them a round of applause. That was amazing, man. Well done. The song is sounding absolutely amazing. Where can people download and get with it on the weekend, man?
They can get it on Apple Music, Spotify, all streaming platforms, YouTube.
Deezer, YouTube.
Yeah.
All those things. It's finger licking, man. We were all enjoying it very much. And thanks for allowing us to be the first to bring it to the nation. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Have
having
a wonderful weekend. All right, guys, it's time for us to say goodbye, but not before we just, you know, say. What are you guys doing for the weekend, by the way? Eh?
I'm making some finger-licking, delicious fried chicken this weekend. What are you doing?
Well, you might want to ask Jamie Lee first.
I am...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wow, thank you. I'm actually going to tell you guys what the quote of the day is and actually who's inspiring it.
Okay, well, doing good and standing up for those who may be voiceless. It produces a world that is better for everyone. Honestly, that's why this morning we're finding words of inspiration from the gorgeous and really talented Kerry Washington. She's done such amazing work from her role as a crisis management expert on the TV show Scandal, of course, as a supporter of LGBTQ+ rights. She brings awareness to violence against women and girls. This is what she had to say once.
Absolutely. She says that do it. What are you waiting on? Do it. Stand up for what you believe in. The world needs your voice. Whoever you are, you have something to say, so say it.
Oh, man. Powerful stuff right there. And that's how we leave with a dose of inspiration. Kat?
Very powerful note, especially given the occurrences of this past week all over the world. The time for you right now to stand up and say what you feel. Stand up for what is right in whatever capacity that you can. Move your community, educate the community around you, and let's move this world towards a better place. But thanks, of course, for tuning in on this Friday morning. We hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Join us also on Facebook Live with Ryle very soon. He'll be showing you some of his cool dance moves. And, of course, thanks very much to Chef Clem, to Nicole, Jamie Lee, Tabiso, Ryle, Renee Demornay, and to you for making this wonderful feel-good show possible. We'll see you Monday morning, live, large and in charge. Cheers, Milan. Cheers, Thando. We love you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Expresso Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.